So it seems like Conor McGregor's hangover is lasting a little bit longer than expected. Today is Tuesday, June the 4th, and yesterday, June the 3rd, was meant to be the McGregor and Chandler press conference in Dublin, Ireland. And I don't know if you noticed, but it didn't happen. It didn't go down. And the reason being is because Conor McGregor cancelled it. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Make sure you subscribe with notifications turned on for daily boxing, MMA, fighting in general, and everything in between videos. Like the video whilst you're here as well. I was out on the weekend for my birthday, so I missed this news. I only found out about this late last night. So late Sunday morning, rumours started circulating that the UFC 303 press conference has been cancelled, and apparently it was scheduled to have 10,000 attendees. So it was a free event, but you had to get tickets, which is pretty crazy. And then it was confirmed to be cancelled a little bit later on Sunday day. And some of the first things that pop into my mind when I heard about this being cancelled, because this was cancelled such last minute, did Michael Chandler fly over there? What about all the people who flew over? People would have came from all across the world to see this press conference. So first off, I feel sorry for Michael Chandler and the fans if they did fly over. It's not a short trip to go from America to Ireland. And also, a lot of this is speculation because the UFC hasn't said anything yet. They haven't released any statements. Now, Ariel Helwani confirmed that there's no special story behind this with regards to extracurricular activities. People are saying that this is because of McGregor partying too hard. We seen him out the other week drinking with his wife. There was a lot of uncertainty around this video being legit or not. Even Dana White said in this video he's got a beard, but then the other day he didn't have a beard. When was this video from? He believes McGregor is taking this fight incredibly serious. So Dana White questions the legitimacy of this video anyway. So yeah, Ariel Helwani said he can confirm that it's not due to any extracurricular activities. It's not due to drugs or steroid tests or any sort of drama or any sort of legal issues, which I guess is a good thing. And I'll say it again to reiterate, it is a little bit early to speculate and guess what is going on, but the short notice cancelling of a press conference is a pretty big deal, especially it being the return of Conor McGregor against Michael Chandler. This is a big fight, so cancelling it short notice, pretty much a day's notice, is a pretty significant deal. Now, they've said it wasn't completely cancelled. They said it was postponed. It's being postponed. So apparently this press conference is meant to happen again at some point in the near future, but the fight's only around the corner. And also UFC 302 on the weekend in the post-fight press conference, Dana White said that he was going to meet Conor McGregor on Sunday or Monday. Yeah, I think he was meant to meet him Sunday, so the day before the press conference. And then that's when the news broke that the press conference was called off. So we can pretty much presume that Dana White went to meet with Conor, and then Conor told Dana he wants to call the press conference off. So something has obviously happened with Conor McGregor. Now, I'm seeing a lot of people say this, and I also am a little bit worried, but I believe that it could be an injury, and they've called off the press conference to assess the extent of the injury. So they're not calling off the fight yet, but they need to go through the proper medical procedures to determine if it's safe for McGregor to go ahead with the fight. That's just my little theory, my little speculation. I might be completely wrong on this, and I'm happy to be wrong because I want to see this fight go ahead. Now, also, Chael Sonnen and Daniel Cormier have spoke about this on ESPN MMA YouTube channel. And Chael Sonnen also said that he's spoken with all of his contacts within the UFC, and no one knows what's happened. Chael also said that he thinks this could be a sign that Conor is starting to focus, because not only did Conor cancel the press conference, but Conor also cancelled the upcoming media appearances for all of UFC 303. Now, that could be a sign that Conor McGregor's getting focused. Remember when Ronda Rousey done that when she was fighting Amanda Nunes? She said to Dana White, I'll come back and I'll fight, but only if I don't get to do any media, so I can just focus and train properly without any distractions. Is Conor McGregor getting this preferential treatment from Dana White as well? Maybe. Now, Daniel Cormier countered Chael Sonnen's point with this. He said, prepare yourself for disappointment. DC said everyone at the UFC is being completely tight-lipped, and he believes that that is a massive red flag and somewhat worrisome. Now, just because loads of the UFC staff don't know what's going on with Conor McGregor doesn't mean that it's a serious issue. Dana White could just keep a lid on this. No news doesn't really mean bad news. It's often the other way around. And then DC also said it's also very strange that the press conference was cancelled on such short notice. That's a problem right there. And he also said this, which I found was a good point. The UFC needs this Conor McGregor fight because UFC 300 was pretty good. UFC 301, UFC 302, not that great. UFC 303 isn't that great without the Conor McGregor fight on. You've got Ian Gary versus Michael Venom Page. You've got Jamal Hill coming back fighting Carlos Ulberg. And then that's pretty much it. The card is weak as piss. So the UFC needs this McGregor fight. Who else needs the McGregor fight? Michael Chandler. You have to remember, Michael Chandler has actually been inactive in the last year and a half. Okay, he's been training his ass off, and he's also been a lot more active than Conor McGregor, but he still needs this fight. He's been sitting on the sidelines waiting for this fight to happen for so long. But Conor McGregor is the only person who doesn't need this fight. He doesn't need it. He's sitting on a lot of cash. He's got 2 fights left on his contract. Is he really that hungry to get back in there, get battered, win 1, lose 2, win 1, lose another 2, take time away from his family, time away from chilling and enjoying himself to train in a grueling manner? That's a question only Conor McGregor can answer. But as far as we know, June 29th is still on, and McGregor confirmed this in his latest tweet. I'll pull it up right now. In a consultation with the UFC, today's press conference was cancelled due to a series of obstacles outside of our control. I apologise to my Irish fans and fans around the world for the inconvenience, and I appreciate all your passion and support. I can't wait to put on the greatest all-time show in the octagon. So he's kind of said that the fight is still on, but then he's been a little bit vague with his wording. He did not say the fight is still on. Me and Chandler are still facing off on June 27th. He said, I can't wait to put on the greatest all-time show in the octagon. He could be talking about December for all we know. So I just still found this slightly vague. And that's why I am probably going to prepare myself for disappointment. I want to see McGregor come back. I want to stream it on my YouTube channel. I want to see him return to form. I would love him to beat Michael Chandler, then fight Nate Diaz, re-sign his contract, and come back and go on an absolute tear. But I know it's not going to happen, so I think I'm going to prepare myself for disappointment. I think my little theory and my speculation is that McGregor is injured. Now, historically, Conor McGregor does fight through his injuries. In his first Max Holloway fight, he had a torn ACL. In the Chad Mendes fight, he went into that with a torn ACL or MCL, basically another knee injury. And then we've seen in his latest documentary, the Dustin Poirier fight, he went into that with an injured ankle already, which is why it snapped so easy. So if Conor McGregor is injured, I still wouldn't be surprised if the fight continues. As I say, I'm just trying to prepare myself for disappointment here. Now, if Conor McGregor does dip out of this fight, who would Chandler fight? Would Chandler still fight on the same card? Now, hear me out. You could do Michael Chandler versus Max Holloway for the BMF belt. Now, usually for the numbered UFC events, so UFC 301, 302, 303, the UFC always wants to have a belt on the line for the main event, but it's a little bit short notice. Islam has just fought. Michael Chandler can't exactly go up to welterweight and fight Leon Edwards. It would be a big mismatch, and Leon Edwards has got a fight coming up anyway. Michael Chandler cannot make 145 pounds, so you could do the main event as the BMF belt, Chandler versus Max Holloway. That'd be a sick fight. Put your money on Max Holloway for that one as well. But hopefully it doesn't come to that, and we can get a little bit of clarity on what's happened here with McGregor. Hopefully the press conference is rescheduled and this fight goes ahead as normal. This is all speculation. We're all just trying to give our best guesses here, and I'm just keeping you guys updated. So let me know your guys' theories down below. A few of my subscribers DM'd me on Instagram saying that they were going to the press conference. So let me know in the comments. Did you book your flights and your hotel and plan the whole trip only to get let down last minute? Absolute madness. Comment your thoughts below, like and subscribe for daily fighting uploads. Appreciate you all. See you tomorrow.